Alright guys, we did it! We got to 5,000 subscribers, and today we are going to be celebrating that accomplishment. Today we're going to be having a video that's a lot different than what is typical on my channel if you haven't noticed by the thumbnail. If you don't know what's going on in the thumbnail, check out my Discord. Somebody will give you the explanation of what's going on that. Anyway, last week we reached 5,000 subscribers. It's taken me about a week to get this video up because I was super busy last week. Sorry about that. We're actually well over 5,000 subscribers now. And about 40% of you are on the Discord, 10% of you are on the Twitter. So as a whole, this channel's doing pretty well, and we're just kind of going to celebrate that today, answer a few things. So one of the things we're going to be doing today is I'm going to answer some questions. Recently, I hosted a YouTube celebration for Azur Lane content creators of the second anniversary for Azur Lane. I asked them a bunch of questions, and some of you guys were interested in what my answers to those questions were going to be because I didn't answer any of them there. So I'm going to go through today. I'm going to answer some of those questions. But before we get into that, there's something else that I want to mention that we're going to be having with as part of the 5,000 subscriber celebration, and that is going to be the launch of channel merchandise. I'm going to have a merchandise link. The link will be in the description and will also kind of be here and there. It shouldn't be too difficult to find, but I'm going to be selling t-shirts, sweatshirts, things like that with commissioned artwork that I have for the channel. I think it's kind of fun. And if you guys are interested, you guys can check that out. The first piece of apparel we're going to have is going to be the Waifu Over Meta t-shirt, which has an adorable Amagi on it. And basically, it has the Amagi on the front, it has the Waifu Over Meta on the back, and this is for all the people who watch my channel, say, yeah, thanks Meta, you have this great ideas, but I still just want to play my favorite ship girls. This is the shirt for you. I think it's kind of funny, a little slap in my own face. The second piece of merchandise that we're unveiling today is going to be the hoodie on a hoodie. I thought that was kind of funny. Also, my girlfriend would kill me if I didn't have hood somewhere on the channel page. So I think this is really funny. We got, the ship hood in a hoodie on a hoodie. So if you want to pick up that, I think that's also really cool. We will have more stuff coming out in the future. If you're on my Discord server, I've actually already spoiled what the next one coming out is, so they'll come out as we get more art commissioned and stuff like that. So pick some of those up. There's gonna be some deals that we're gonna have at the end of the video, so if you are interested in picking this stuff up, watch the end of the video and then go check out the link that will be in the description. One last thing about the clothing is I know the textile industry can be kind of non-environmentally friendly, so I wanted to do something and make these eco-friendly clothes. So they are all eco-friendly clothes. They're going to be all organic cotton and recycled polyester. The shirt's going to be made out of recycled bottles. We have for the sales of the hoodies, you have donations are going to be made to environmental nonprofit organizations, and obviously this is going to make the cost to me a little bit higher, but I didn't want to up the prices for you guys because this is something I want to do. I don't think you guys should have to pay more, so I'm going to eat that part of the margin to be friendly to the environment for these textiles. You can pick up the sweatshirt for under $40. You can pick up the t-shirt still for under $25. I think these are very reasonable prices. They're supposed to be pretty high quality and obviously eco-friendly. I'm getting mine very shortly in the mail. I'm actually really excited. I literally started with these two pieces of merchandise on the channel because these are literally two pieces of merchandise that I personally want. Like, I want them for myself, and if none of anyone else buys them, I still feel like I made out because I got them myself. So if you also want one of these, go check that out at teespring.com/stores/Azur Lane Meta. So the first question that I asked the other creators was how they got started into Azur Lane. So how I got started into Azur Lane is I was loading up my emulator I have no idea what I was doing. I was probably dinking around on it or something like that. But I saw an advertisement on one of the load screens, and it was for Azur Lane. Now, I'm somebody who never really clicks on advertisements. First of all, I don't want them to kind of put any cookies on my device or really know that I click through it. So I don't click on advertisements. And obviously marketing has a role on everybody, but I try to lessen its effect on me. So when I see an advertisement, I typically want to wait 24 hours before I actually go search it and on like DuckDuckGo or something something like that, because, if it's still relevant to me and if I still remember the advertisement after that extended period, maybe it's actually maybe it's worth its while. So I typically don't immediately click. I give myself a little bit of a waiting period. And so I saw the advertisement. It caught my eye because it was historical, and I really like history things, and that kind of made it different. It stood out from the crowd. It was differentiated because it had this historical element. And, a little while later, actually longer than that 24-hour period, I was at a card shop playing Weiss Schwarz, and somebody was playing the Kantai Collection deck in Weiss Schwarz, and it jogged my memory that when I asked them like what this show was about, they're like, oh, it's like these ship girls basically. And it kind of like sparked my memory of that advertisement that I had seen maybe a week or so before. And so when I got home, I actually went and searched it on YouTube. I'm some of the person that before I start a game, I always like to look up the guides and look up Let's Plays on YouTube to kind of figure out, is this even worth it? Because there are so many games that are misleading or have false advertising, and it's just not worth my time to download the game. So I typically actually think that it's more time efficient to just watch Let's Plays and see if I get into it, because if I am interested, I'm going to have to watch these anyway and kind of learn some things from them. So I watched probably Just 3Cs and Hawk 2 Zeros and maybe some other people, but those are the two that I remember. And well, it was enough that I ended up giving the game a download, and with the exception of like 1 week, I've played every day since pretty much. So it's been, a good experience, and that's really how I got started. This was in like January of 2019. The next question that I asked was how you made the leap from player to creator. And this is a more memorable story. So when I got started, I was looking for help, and the official Discord server help section is kind of a mess. The Reddit section for help is a mess, and I really didn't get much help at all. And for someone like me, PvP exercises are honestly the most enjoyable thing about Azur Lane for me. I know that's not the majority of you guys out there, but for me, like, when I don't want to log into Azur Lane and I'm feeling the grind, like, I log in for the exercises because that's what I find fun. Is there's something about fighting someone else's fleet that they put together that just, like, I don't know, that makes it more fun for me. So that's the part that I liked. And so if you guys think you're having problems getting help on the main game from people in those official channels, imagine trying to do that in a game mode that gets little respect. So I really didn't get any help, but fortunately I joined a guild. It was a small guild. We had a small Discord server, and they were very helpful. They taught me pretty much everything I knew about the game, or at least most of the in-depth mechanics and all that sort of stuff. A few of them did play PvP seriously, and I was going to them a lot for help. And on days that I didn't want to play Azur Lane, they kind of helped me log in just because I got to hang out with them and things like that. And I'm very grateful for the help they did have. So after I started getting Admiral of the Navies consistently season after season, after I've leveled up, after I kind of know the ropes for PvP, I thought to myself, hey, there's no good PvP guides out there for anybody, really. And like, it took me forever to find a lot of the stuff and the mechanics, and some of it I tested out myself to get PvP. And there's other guides that are out there that are more in depth that just no one really spends the time on. And really, I wanted to create also a community that was more built towards just being helpful to players, new and mid-range players looking to get to that next level. And so because I had that through my guild, but that was like a small thing, so I wanted to start kind of like almost like a small guild of community that would help players learn the mechanics of the game, not necessarily all the other aspects of the game. And I started with PvP because that was what I enjoyed the most, that was what I was the most knowledgeable with, and also kind of the niche that was just unfulfilled by the community so far. So that's really how I got started. It was over a 10-month gap between when I became a player and when I became a creator. So, I had a lot of kind of room to kind of grow there. And at that point, I kind of had decided this is a game that I really enjoy and will probably be playing for the foreseeable future. So why not spend a little extra time on a channel? And, here we are today, 9 months later. All right, the next question was, which is your favorite ship? And in the spirit of all the other creators who answered multiple ships for this question, I'm going to do the same. Obviously, the first start is Amagi. She is definitely on the top echelon of my favorite ships. Always, she is my channel icon. The reason she actually is the channel icon was because my channel focuses a little bit on PvP, and she is a monster on PvP. She's good in everything, but she's a monster in PvP, and that's really what I want my channel to be. Good in a lot of endgame content, but absolutely like kind of a monster on PvP. And also, she's like always strategizing, very tactful, doing the numbers, figuring out how she wants to defeat her opponents and doing the planning, doing the strategic work before the battle. And that's something I wanted my channel to kind of emulate. I want, my Discord to kind of do that sort of thing. Speaking of which, my Discord literally the other day was using the seagulls in the background of Amagi's new skin to figure out that approximately she is 24, maybe 25 meters tall if you scale it to the seagulls in the background. Just random things like that where we just use math. It's a lot of fun on my server. I love my server. Anyway, that's kind of why I chose Amagi over other ship girls that I really like. But I really do like Amagi. She's pretty much my favorite. But I do like other ship girls a lot too. Yukikaze is another ship girl that I really like. I think she's funny. I'm glad she got some funny lines in the anime. Also, Bunker Hill. Some of you guys on my server know I've been in the search for Bunker Hill for a while. Been grinding 13.4 for way too long. I keep having to dive into the mailbox oil to continue my 13.4 grind because she literally won't drop. This is like literally worse than 3-4 mines. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, when she will come eventually, and I really do like Bunker Hill. She's one of my favorite ships as well. Hood is also very frequently in the top echelon of ships. Those are really probably my 4 favorite ships. I guess to make it 5, I'll say the ship that I'm most excited to come out is Vittorio Veneto, the Italian ship. I'm really excited to use the Italian fleet. I'm really interested to see what they do with her skills. I hope that if she's like anything like Richelieu or Bismarck, you could maybe use an Italian fleet for meta to some degree. Zara and Littorio will finally be like usable and not just above average ships. So she's probably the ship that I'm most excited for. The next question was what was like super interesting that happened over the last year. Well, I started my channel less than a year ago, so that's just something new. So like the whole experience of getting 5,000 subscribers was a fantastic, surprising experience. Getting you guys on the Discord is a lot of fun. I guess that reminds me of recently you guys who wanted to put a seal on my face. Literally, trolls in my general chat were demanding that I put a seal on my face, and I said, if you fill up my donation goal by the end of the day, I will change my face to a seal until the next stream. And you guys did it in a minute and a half. That was hilarious. And so that, I guess, would be the point. I guess that's not really Azur Lane related. So I guess it is because it's my server. But if we are talking strictly the game related, I guess the most interesting part or cool thing that happened this year was I started streaming. I was relatively new to streaming, and I started streaming on my alt account, which I started on the Amagi server when it came out because, I have to play on the Amagi server a little bit, and it was new, so we got to kind of hang around with all the new players and kind of go through the experience of creating a new account and everything like that. Those early streams are a lot of fun to kind of see the progression of that account. They're all archived if you guys want to actually go watch them. But I was a new account, so I had maybe 100 cubes. I did not have a lot of cubes. 100 cubes is not enough to guarantee a specific SR. You're never guaranteed, but to get a confident level of getting an SR. And I was like, I'm going to be doing this on live stream, like in front of people. And this is one of my first I mean, it wasn't my first one, but I was still pretty new to live streaming at the time. And I just thought, oh, I'm doing this live. What happens if like I just run out of cubes? I don't get a Magi. Like this would be so embarrassing. I was actually a little nervous about it. And we just get in there. I was like, all right, you know what? It doesn't matter, right? It's just like, just go try it out, see what happens. And literally the first 10 pull, Amagi dropped on the first 10 pull. And I was like, this is perfect. On the Amagi server, on the channel that has Amagi as its mascot, like, this was just perfect. And so I thought that was really cool. I mean, it sounds lame, but, you know, gacha luck is really cool to me sometimes. And that was one of the essences of that. I pull really good when I stream, actually. I'm kind of wanting to do all of my gacha pulls on stream now because they are always really good, and then when they're not on stream, they're like not very good. Anyway, that was all the questions that I asked them. Obviously, I asked each of them a personalized question. I don't really have a personalized question for myself. So if you guys have a question for me, let me know in the comments. I'm pretty good about answering most of the questions in the comments. I, will check from time to time. So if you have a question for me that's personalized to me, I'll let you guys make that decision right in the comments and I'll respond to them down there. Be appropriate, please. All right, now that the questions are done, if you waited to this long, I'm going to give you some deals. So the first deal that's going to go out is a 10% coupon. I just kind of want to take out this launch with a bang and give all of you guys who are early supporters of the channel and watch my videos early and all the way through kind of a little gift. So I can't really ever the prices on the shirts are very low, and I really can't give more than a 10% discount ever. So 10% is going to probably be the largest discount I ever give, and it's only going to be for the first 48 hours from when this video releases. So if you watch this video and within 48 hours you happen to be on my shop, you can type in 5K subs, and this will be at the checkout. So when it asks you for a promo code, you just type in 5K subs, you'll get 10% off. It's only for the first 48 hours, so that if you are thinking of getting any merch, this is pretty much going to be the biggest deal ever. So come help make this a very successful launch. And I just, like I said, wanted to say thank you guys for supporting the channel. So 10% there. If you are watching this video after the first 48 hours or anytime down the line, we're going to have some more deals. So at any point in time, if you bought merch and you take a picture of yourself wearing it and you post it in my Flex channel and then definitely ping me, I will send you a code to give you a 5% discount on your subsequent purchases. So we have more merch coming out as the commissioned art gets done and we get it kind of tested and everything like that. So as that happens, there will be more stuff coming to the shop. So if you buy something today or whatever, take the picture, you'll get 5% off on your next order. If per se the next shirt that you want comes out, you'll get a deal there. And the people who are gem supporters, they here on YouTube, I have a membership program. Any of you guys who are gem supporters, you guys give me money every month, and so I want to give you guys at all times, if you shop on my shop at any point in time, we'll give you $2 off of every order anytime. And if you guys are a member, you guys have the instructions of how to do that. So for gem members there, and actually gem members are there for shout outs, and that's actually something I want to do here is kind of go over and read off the names of people who support the channel, the patrons that support the channel, and other people who donate significant portions of their time. But this is basically going to be a list of people who donate money and significant amounts of their time, because it's just like, this channel would not be possible without you guys, and I want to give you guys a special thanks. Archon, G-Man, Clefairy, David, Deep Gift, Derp, Dionysus, Fresco, Harokuk, Joan File, Jordan, Malum, Mr. Mo, Noob Asian, Pudding, Russia, Pentas, Schlep, Wombat Man, Yiami, Night Armor, Diorix. And actually, Diorix is not only a patron, but a moderator. And so I just want to thank my whole moderation team as a whole. You guys put in a lot of work to make sure that my server is helpful and not a degenerate mess. And I am thankful for you guys for all the work that you guys do, because I am not on my server 24/7, and feels like at least one of them is at some point. So thank you to my moderation team. Could not run the server with nearly 2,000 people without you guys. So thank you. So basically that was kind of the celebration. Going forward, we're going to have the next stream where we're going to whale some rings, spend some of the gems, maybe buy some of the new skins. It's going to be a pretty exciting stream, actually. We got a meta-analysis video coming out. Got some other guides on the way as well. So I'm going to be getting back onto my schedule a little bit more, a little less busy than I was last week. So, that's kind of what's coming down the pipeline. And that was the 5,000 subscriber milestone celebration for the channel here at Azur Meta. Next goal is 10,000. And actually, we're gonna give you guys a challenge. I'm gonna challenge you guys. So right now, it is scheduled for me, if I play every exercise and don't miss any exercises, to hit my 10,000th exercise on Saturday, December 19th of this year. So that's the earliest I can hit 10,000. I don't typically miss exercises. I might miss 5 here or there, which would make it another 6 hours back. So it might be the 20th or 21st, but it's probably going to be December 19th, maybe December 20th, that I will hit 10,000 exercises. Now, when I look at my analytics here on Social Blade, I have projected at my current growth rate that December 10th of this year, I will be hitting 10,000 subscribers. Now, this is a very vague guess. It has a 14.38% error rate, and so that's really high. It could literally be a month before, a month after. Like, it's not a very accurate prediction, but the prediction is December 10th. So December 10th versus December 19th, you guys got a little bit of leeway. I'll give you guys a little bit of a handicap here. So if you guys are able to get this channel to 10,000 subscribers before I play my 10,000th exercise, I will do a 10-hour stream. If you guys meet the goal before I hit my 10,000 exercise, I will do an hour stream for every 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys hit 9,999 subscribers, I'm not doing anything. Well, I'll probably do some little fun video or whatever. I don't know what I'll do, but I'm not doing a 10-hour stream. If you guys get 20,000 subscribers before I hit my 10,000th exercise, then I'll do a 20-hour stream. This is a competition between me and you guys. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel already, do so you can get closer to that 10,000 goal. I know a lot of you guys who watch me don't necessarily subscribe. If you are subscribed already, go find some friends, subscribe to me, and you guys will be rewarded with at least a 10-hour stream. Could be longer if you guys overachieve. So that's the challenge I have for you for my next milestone. And take care, guys. Thank you for supporting the channel as always, and I'll see you in my next video.